like a part 2 video of my tongue piercing. So many people have requested I do another part of it. They were like, oh, it's your most popular video, why not make another video? Well, I'm not doing it because it was like a popular video. I'm doing this because you guys had more questions about a tongue piercing. So I made a list here of everything I have to go over in this video. So first, let's just get started. Number 1 was how to brush a tongue piercing with a toothbrush. Basically, when I just brush my tongue, I make sure to take my tongue out on like outside of my lips. So I would go like this. And then, that's hard to talk like that. And then just brush around your tongue piercing and everything, so. You just do that. When you're putting your tongue back in, it's gonna be a little hard since your tongue is over your lips, so don't just try to like put it back in, like lift your tongue up a little bit and then put it back in, so I will show you. So just kind of like, you know, and then lift it back in. Because sometimes when you're brushing your tongue, your gag reflex goes on, so if you don't lift up your tongue, you're gonna kind of like choke, because sometimes it could get like stuck on your teeth. Number 2, people had questions about the dent on my tongue. Basically, dents are normal when you have a tongue piercing. Yes, I have a dent. Sometimes they go away when you take out your tongue piercing. Sometimes they don't. It'll get smaller, but sometimes they don't completely go away, which I'm not too worried about. Like, I don't really care if I have a little dent in my tongue. However, the bottom part, if you do take out your tongue piercing underneath your tongue, that hole's gonna cover up, your tongue is gonna like go back together, and this can happen within just a few hours. So if you don't want to wear your tongue ring, but you don't want to get rid of it completely, only take it out a couple hours at a time, because after that it might be hard for you to put your tongue ring back in, because your tongue hole could start closing up already. How do I clean my rings? I clean my wings. I clean my rings with hydrogen peroxide. This is just the topical solution, the first aid antiseptic, regular hydrogen peroxide. I just put my tongue ring in the cap, so I take it out and I pour hydrogen peroxide in the cap, and I leave my tongue ring in the cap. And if I'm just changing rings, I just leave it in there for like 2 minutes to make sure it's clean the next time I put it in and put it away in a baggie. If there is plaque on your tongue ring, and do the same thing with the hydrogen peroxide, but leave the bally part in the cap in solution with hydrogen peroxide for at least 24 hours. And then the plaque should sort of disappear from the tongue ring. If you're still having trouble, use a toothbrush and brush it off, and then it'll come off for sure. So that way you don't have to like keep throwing out your rings if they get plaque on them. There's ways to clean it. Also, when you're putting in another ring, make sure to put in another ring in your tongue while you're changing it out and cleaning a different one, because again, you don't want your hole to close up. For the aftercare, your aftercare is basically like from when you get it pierced till 6 weeks after, at least. Basically, you have to rinse your mouth multiple times a day, and that's with mouthwash. You could use mouthwash that has alcohol in it, but then you have to dilute it with water. You could use mouthwash with no alcohol in it, and that's fine. That's what I did with mine. Or you could use a sea salt solution water thingamabobby. Make sure you also rinse out your mouth after you eat every single time. So you want to do it when you wake up, before you go to bed, and then throughout the day after you eat every single time. It doesn't matter if you just ate like a peanut, rinse out your mouth. Another thing, do not smoke when you just got your tongue piercing. All the bacteria and stuff can get you an infection. Same with no face sucking. You do not want to make out with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whoever is your significant other, or not boyfriend, girlfriend, your friends with benefits. I don't even know what you guys are going to call them these days. But you cannot be making out with people when you get your tongue pierced for, I think it's like 3 weeks or something like that. No oral sex. You don't want to do that either. Bacteria and stuff will get you an infection, or can get you an infection. No large amounts of caffeine, because that's also bad when you have a freshly new tongue pierced. No gum chewing. If you're going to try to like switch gum between sides on your mouth, it's going to be hard. If it gets stuck on your tongue ring, you're going to have a gum-filled tongue ring, and then you have to take it out, try to get the gum off of it, and it's a pain in the butt. So gum chewing, if you're going to chew gum, do not do it for the first 4 to 6 weeks of your new piercing. You could do it afterwards, but make sure to try to chew on like one side when you're chewing gum. Otherwise, it can get stuck on your tongue ring and it's not pretty at all. Another thing is to avoid spicy, hot, and salty or acidic foods. They can cause stinging and they can cause burning, especially when you have a new piercing. So that's spicy, hot, salty, and acidic. So stay away from that, because you guys were asking what kind of foods I can eat. What kind of foods you guys can eat? Well, stay away from those, and then other than that, you can pretty much eat anything you want. Some people say, oh, you can't really eat anything, you could only eat this and that. I ate everything. I had full meals at dinner. Yes, it was hard because you have a longer barbell the first like 2 weeks. You cannot change that barbell until your swelling goes down. If you change it when your tongue is still swelled to a smaller one, the smaller ring is going to put pressure on your tongue, can cause an infection. So keep that longer barbell in until the swelling goes down. It could be 2 weeks, it could be 3 weeks, sometimes it could be 1 week, but I would not recommend changing it until after 2 weeks. Once you guys change that, it'll be easier to eat, but with the longer barbell, you just have to chew slowly and just be careful, because you might also end up biting on the barbell since it's so long. And you don't want to crack your teeth either, so chew carefully and chew slowly. And I think that's it for this video. I think that was all my questions on here that you guys had. If you guys have any other questions about tongue piercings, let me know in the comment section below, and then maybe I'll do a third part to this tongue piercing video thing. But those are the questions you guys were having, and yeah, so I hope I answered everything, and if not, leave it in the comment section below for a future video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, so take care, because I care and I love you. Bye, lovey cakes. Have a great day.